For the first time ever, I went snowboarding. I went to Taos, New Mexico, and I went to the Taos Ski Valley. I'm going to give you my positives and my negatives from my first time experience and give you my overall view of how snowboarding really was from my personal opinion. The positive I did like from snowboarding is that the environment is really cool. For the first time ever, I went to a ski resort. I've never been, so obviously I didn't really know what it was like. I assumed there would be ice and snow, obviously, but I did kind of like the apartments nearby, or the hotels, I should say. And there were fireplaces, there were some chairs to sit by so you could snowboard, you could get some hot cocoa, and you could just chill by a fireplace. So it really did have that winter feel where there was snow, there was winter, but I also had somewhere where I could just sit and relax by the ice and stay warm. So the winter feel and the environment of the ski resort was absolutely great. Also, I really did enjoy being on a snowboard. Obviously, I wasn't that good at it and I ate crap multiple times, but it was still really fun. Even being on the bunny hills and the medium slopes, it was really fun for me to go down. I did try to go down the ski lift and I was in way over my head to the point where I stopped midway and I just walked back down the mountain because I just couldn't handle it. But still, when I was able to go down the slope and I actually had momentum while on the snowboard, it was really fun. And I could see why people would keep doing it over and over. Because as you get better, it's going to get more fun and you can do more of the lifts and you can do more of the slopes. So being on the snowboard and the time I actually did have riding down was a lot of fun. There are a few negatives I did have. One, it is very costly. Where buying a lot of ski equipment, buying a lot of snowboard equipment is really expensive. Renting gear wasn't too bad, but if you're ever trying to actually buy stuff and you're trying to do this like multiple times, it's very pricey. Also, the hotels nearby were so expensive that I had to stay at a place that was about 20 to 30 minutes away. Anything on site, forget about it because that's going to break the bank. And another thing, too, about snowboarding is that you're kind of just thrown into the wolves, where if you're a beginner for the first time, it isn't the most friendly environment because any lift you go on has somewhat of a deep slope. So it's not like I could go on a small little lift and I could just ride like a small little slope. Like if you want a full ski experience, you kind of have to be somewhat of an expert and you have to be at least somewhat decent. And it was a little hard for me where I really only went on a lift once because I wasn't a good enough snowboarder. So that was a little bit of a downer. And also, if you are trying to learn any lessons where you'll have to pay extra. Fortunately, I went with my cousin who knows a lot about snowboarding. It is tough to learn, and you're going to spend at least the first hour just learning how to not fall immediately and even how to buckle up and get on a snowboard. So that alone is a little tough and it's not the most friendly for beginners. That being said, what do I think of snowboarding? It is really cool. It is a fun experience, and the more you go, the more you're going to enjoy it. It is something that it is more for experts, and it is more occasionally where if you have money saved up. So overall, snowboarding is fantastic. And would I do it again? Absolutely. I mean, there isn't really any ski resorts near my home, but what I will say is I can just travel around the country and I could find some good spots. Still, I would do snowboarding, great experience, and Taos is a great resort as well.